What's going on, YouTube? Pino checking in the back of my truck for real. I need to go ahead and lighten this guy up, so I'm tripping. So, hold up. Get all that situated. Yeah, sitting here at this truck stop, man. Kicking it, out here in Illinois. So, yeah, I wanted to come to y'all real quick about some pros and cons, in my opinion, with RTI. And I'm doing this off the fly, I ain't writing nothing down, so, bear with me. Pros. My number one pro would be they actually know you by name here, and that matters, with me starting at Prime Inc. and I was only known by a truck number or driver code. I also, when I was at Dart, it basically kind of was a situation where it was my truck number that I kind of let my dispatcher know. Here, nah, I don't deal with that. Like, my dispatcher know when I call in, I say my name, she know who I am. So, that's dope. That's dope that there's that interaction there. Number two, as a pro, would be I'm dispatched out of Kansas City, Kansas, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia. But I'm in Kansas City a few times throughout the month to, run loads out of there and stuff like that. And you get into the yard and you walk in, man. It's different right now, the coronavirus stuff going on, but I'm saying before all that, you walk in there, everything and everyone is accessible. You're not shut off from nobody. Like, if you need to talk to somebody, they're right there. It's not a problem. That's real nice to have. Instead of everybody just ducked off in certain little spots, you gotta go here, go there. Nah, for the most part, everyone is right there where you need them. You can walk up on whoever you need to walk up on and, speak to them. And that's nice. That's definitely a nice pro. Number three, my dispatcher does what she says she's gonna do. Now, that's a major pro, because we all done been there where dispatchers will say, oh, we'll get you layover pay, or we'll do this, or you do this for us. We promise you we got you a good load afterwards, and it all be BS. You know what I'm saying? BS, BS, BS. But for me here, my dispatcher tell me she's gonna do something, she comes through. And I respect that. I respect that 100%. Another pro I got is they give me loads that route me past the house a good bit sometimes, and I can't knock that whatsoever, especially from when I was at Prime. They would never route me home, like, ever. Like, unless I'm putting in home time, no sir. I was not going to Atlanta, not going through Atlanta. It's like they try to purposely keep me away from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, them some good pros here. Also, I guess you could say I'm on a dedicated AMAR account, so the miles are good. Like the AMAR loads, they're real good. They're not real heavy. So, the runs I do for the most part, they're a pro as well. I haven't had all great runs. There's been some in there, little iffy ones, but that's what comes with the business. Not every run is going to be amazing. Not every run is going to be great or something that you love. Sometimes it just is what it is. You take the good with the bad, but it's definitely way more good than bad. All right, so some cons. I gotta think of a couple cons here. I guess one con could be, the fuel discounts. They're not really much of nothing. I mean, 9 cents off and 12 cents off pump price. I mean, it's a difference. It makes a difference for sure, especially when you're getting fuel and stuff like that. But coming from Dart, I was getting like 30 cents off pump price sometimes, 30 cents, 40 cents. So, maybe because this is a smaller carrier, I'm not sure how all that stuff works. So, I'm pretty sure there's more into it than that. Another con would definitely have to be certain areas we don't have freight like that. So it's gonna be brokered loads. Now I don't mind, it's not a major con to me, but for some people this may be a con, so I will bring it up. In certain areas there won't be dropping hooks and all that good stuff. There's gonna be brokered loads, and if it's not looking like anything on the brokered side, you might be stuck. So that's the worst part. you know, when it comes to that. So that's a con there. Have I been stuck before? I have been stuck one time in New Orleans. That was recent, actually. I was there for a day, you know, a whole day. You know, I wasn't really a fan of that at all. But, you know, it is what it is. But that's the only time I ever had to deal with that. I done went multiple other places, haven't had to deal with that at all. But that just goes to show if they don't have contract freight in certain areas, if it's looking bad on the broker end, you might be sitting until something pops up that's gonna work, you know. So that's also, you know, a con there. As far as any other cons, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't think of anything else at the moment that I view as like a con or it's just such a problem, you know, because it'd be cool. You know, I guess we had to look at another con. You know what? Yeah, I guess we could say this. The night staff is definitely not always as helpful as, of course, your normal dispatcher. They're not terrible, so I'm not saying it like that. Not at all, but, you know, you're going to be waiting for somebody to pick up a lot longer and, you know, things of that nature. And, you know, it's harder to get things, and they only can do so much, you know. So that's a con that's there, but it's not a major con that if you're working here, man, it's not something that's gonna be like nerve-wracking, like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with these people, because your dispatcher typically hook you up, get everything straight for you, everything be cool, you know. And you know, another pro, you know, before your dispatcher is off for the weekend, she or he, whoever, well, my dispatcher plans me, you know, throughout to get me covered throughout the whole weekend until she gets back on Monday. So therefore, I don't have to deal with calling in, asking, oh, do you have a load or is this available? Like before she leaves, she always makes sure I have the loads I need to get me through the weekend. So by the time she gets back, we can work from there. And that's a major, major, major plus. Instead of leaving me on something where it may deliver Saturday, and from that point Saturday, I got to call in, deal with weekend dispatch and whatever they going to do or what they got or their long hold times or whatever the case. Nah, she makes sure she gets something figured out for me. If it delivers Saturday, she'll make sure I have something else Saturday or Sunday that's going to go ahead and get me to Monday. And bam, we figure it out from there. So, you know, there were some pros and cons, in my opinion. And I guess I'll add a little extra on top of that. You know, my experience here has been really good. You know, I can't say much bad about this company. I really like it here. It's cool, man. I haven't ever had a job that feels like such a family atmosphere in a sense. You know, people used to say that. I thought that was some bull, but now I deal with it. You know, yeah, it feels good. It feels good. You know, and these people, they work hard to make sure we good out here. You know, and you know, I feel like unless you've been out here over the road, you'll never understand how it is to be an over the road driver, especially when they're just sitting on computers and stuff. But my experience here, of course, this is all my experience. Can't speak on anyone else's. They've been very helpful for me. So I've been loving that, man. And it's been cool. You know, I can't sit here, complain, whine, knock it, anything. But you know, I'm going to definitely make another video, and I'm going to talk to you about my dedicated AMAR account and how that is, you know, with some perks with that, how that goes. So, you know, stay tuned for that one. You know, Pino finna be checking out, man. We're having a blessed one. I know this coronavirus thing got everything up in flames and stuff, but look, man, hang in there. Stay healthy. Don't let it get you. Be safe, people. Pino out.